There's 1:17 left to play here in the half. Knight dishes to Chandler. Clock at 4. Richardson the pass today. Johnson, that's for 2. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Joe Johnson.
Johnson's got his first bucket in this one. Suns leading by 6. Knight into the lane. Jacks up a 3. And Warren with the basket on the assist by Knight. And that's now 6 points for T.J. Warren. Johnson kicks to Bosch. That's good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Johnson dishes to Johnson. Bosch passes to Johnson. And Johnson missing again.
You know, they did a good job in the first quarter getting themselves to the line, but here in the second, they've gone away from it.
Yeah, everything's been perimeter oriented, and you have to be hitting shots to play that way.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Richardson.
Eric Bledsoe.
It could go. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That'll do it for the first half. The Suns on top, leading by 7. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And now the third quarter about to get going. The Heat trail by 7. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Winslow is out there with Josh McRoberts. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Johnson. And it's Stoudemire in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Zaletovic kicks it to Tucker. Out tonight. There's the 3. Again, the miss by Knight.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. They set the pick. And Tucker kicks to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
And the Suns call time.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
Wade with it, working on Booker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back on that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home by any means last year. They ended up over 500, but Greg, they weren't quite dominant enough at home to get in the playoffs.
That's a great point. I mean, they finished the year +3 in terms of wins at home. Not bad, but not good enough when you're talking about that Western Conference.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Wade goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Knight. Poked away. Stolen by Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe.
He kicks it to Booker. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, when you talk about the Suns, their play at home sums up their season. When you are just above average in the West, you won't be in the playoffs. You've got to be really good at home to make it in the West in the playoffs.
Deng kicks to Johnson. Here's Whiteside. The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. Archie Goodwin, who's checked in for Phoenix. 1:56 left in the third quarter of the game. And the dunk by Len.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Phoenix leading by 7. Goodwin with it. Wade picks him up. Goodwin passes to Bledsoe. Goodwin dishes to Lure. Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Green with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The Heat have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And the first one drops. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Booker, he's checked in for Goodwin. It's tipped. Right side, Green. Shoots from 14. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. The Suns leading. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. No good from Bledsoe.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And Booker kicks to Bledsoe. Len up top. Passes to Booker. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 6. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Suns lead by 6 and will return shortly. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. We've got Booker, Chandler out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Knight in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And Teletovic kicks to Booker. Out to Knight. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Johnson's shot is off. Suns leading by 6. And Teletovic kicks to Chandler. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Knight for 3. Good. Knight's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Suns.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from him.
Here's McRoberts. And not sure what he was thinking there. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Teletovic misses. The Heat trail by 9. Winslow, the pass to Stoudemire. Teletovic grabs the board. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Knight with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
Suns ball.
Timeout. Timeout.
That'll be a
Starting.
timeout.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Phoenix's head coach address his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And McRoberts kicks to Winslow. Johnson for 3. And he gets it to go.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part. And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about knees. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment. He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
McRoberts' shot is good.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
To cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Back to Stoudemire. Johnson, that's for 2. Bullseye. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Knight into the lane. And Booker kicks it to Tucker. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.